Handcuffs if you'd like instead.
Okay.
You're getting an appearance ticket today for littering prohibited, temporary storage of outside waste. You're due in the Village of Carthage Court on October 15th at 5 p.m. You can have it. Her name's on it. You can pick that up and come. Have a nice day.
Do you want to stay here for a second?
There you go.
So we picked up, documented, and cleaned up all the garbage. They allowed garbage to be thrown up again today onto the patio, and that was fresh garbage. Actually, not garbage at all. It was microwave oven and personal property from former tenants that has been stored by us, and we have since been accused of stealing. So it's all been placed once again in the basement, which we have full access to. Someone allowed them to rethrow it onto the patio. They're claiming that it is the garbage that we cleaned up, same garbage, and they have served us, even though under the protection, standing right in front of the state police officer.
I'm sorry. What exactly?
This is terrifying. This is terrifying. This person came by this morning and allowed things like a microwave oven and possessions from former tenants.
This is your landlord, though, right?
No.
It's in conjunction with our landlord. Do you want us to? Can we continue talking in the car? Is this fine?
That's fine.
Okay.
The only reason we came and asked for the protection of somebody other than the Carthage Police is so he couldn't do this. He tried for 5 hours to get us out of our house.
As in
Higman,
okay.
and there were three other people there. We don't even know who all they were.
Yes.
Okay. So
he tried to do this for 5 hours today.
I mean, I understand. Have you talked with the chief of Carthage Police?
Oh, yeah. He's the one who delivered the first notice. And I said, but I didn't do it. I would never throw garbage out like that.
Right.
And so I said, can we work together and try to get the person that made the mess to pick it up and get the owner to put proper bins out so we can store it until pickup day? Yes, we can. He took the day off on Friday. I took pictures, I cleaned up, I paid for it all again. Because this isn't the first time.
And may I continue?
Yes, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, hello. Basically, what that whole situation was that on the 27th of September, we were told that there's garbage on your back patio. You need to clean it up. It's your responsibility. And we did, and I have documentation and whatever. And
totally clean.
Yeah, and we cleaned it up, and everything was fantastic. And then this morning, like we told you, things that were in the basement were found on our porch. We suspect that the landlord and/or caretaker did that, and the police. We suspect that the police are in full knowledge of this.
Yeah, totally different garbage. Like last time it was trash bags. This time it's like
a microwave and like
coffee pots.
So we're getting blamed for things that aren't related. But nevertheless, that's what that was.
I understand you're frustrated, but here's the thing: like, if your landlord is doing this stuff, it's not really criminal.
It is, because it's criminal trespassing. Under our thing, he doesn't. He can't. We just had Sheriff Capelli just said he can't come onto your property without your permission because of the type of lease you have. Number two, no one can enter your property without your permission and throw your personal property out onto your patio. So they are overstepping the boundaries of the law, and they're not enforcing the fact that it's criminal trespassing. They're saying that he has the right to lock you out of the property you're renting, which he doesn't. He has the right to enter whenever he wants to, including poisoning, which has resulted in a dead pet. And there's two different limits here. If you have a lease that says a landlord can do these things, okay, but we don't have a lease. We don't have a lease with this landlord. We're at-will tenants. We have a different set of rules, which is driving him insane. So he's going to, with this guy's help, get us out any way we can. And last night they stood and they hatched this little plan.
So, okay, I mean, there's kind of two different things going on here. The thing with the Carthage police, if they're issuing you tickets for the trash, you are responsible for the property. If there's trash out there,
We do understand that, and we did clean it, but...
But understand, it's a charge. The way all the police in the world operate is that if something's wrong, we bring it before the court. That's the point of the appearance ticket. So you go to court, you explain your case to the judge, they make the decision.
It's totally different trash, and they know it.
Yeah, that's
and
our
if that's
defense.
the case,
But yes.
then you go to the court, talk with the judge, tell them what's going on.
He told me
Understood.
he would arrest me if he saw me again.
Who, the judge?
No, Hickman.
Well, I mean...
That's all
Unless
he's
he
been
has a
trying to do.
reason to.
No, that's all he's been trying to do for 5 days straight. He's been following us. If I go to Kenny Drugstore, I get an escort. They wait for me until I leave and I come home. He literally will knock for hours on end. We have it all
If
recorded.
that's the case, then you need to talk with the chief of police, Reggie.
We did, and he's
file
not.
a formal complaint through the department.
See, and we did,
Yeah.
and that's not helping either.
So,
I mean, that's the channel you need to go through for that.
okay, so if that channel doesn't work, is there another channel we can go through? Other than, like, of course, just, news or whatever, but, like, an official... whatever?
That's why the sheriff in this county said, if Carthage, for some reason, is out of this control, I'm going to send my guy over so that you don't get harassed tonight. Get your stuff and get out of there. Tomorrow we'll figure out why they're not giving emergency housing, because you clearly need it.
Yeah.
And you
So
can't go...
who's the sheriff's guy?
The sheriff's guy.
Yeah, who's...
You mean the Carthage sheriff? Or who's
You said you
Sheriff
spoke to the
Capelli?
sheriff, and his guy's going to take care of it.
Yeah, well, he said, he called right in front of us and he said, this is Sheriff Capelli. I need you to do me a favor. I have an emergency. I need someone to show up at the McDonald's and help these folks get an escort to their home, pick up their property, get them to a safe place tonight with their property back in Watertown. And they don't have any money for facilities tonight, but they need a place to stay. And I told him we didn't have any money. He said, that's okay, we're going to take care of it because of Fort Drum. We've got places for you to stay. And he called our caseworker, whether he'll back or not.
Well, have you talked to your caseworker?
Oh my gosh.
Because they're going to be the ones that's going to arrange they're going to arrange all
Yes,
I
I'm sorry,
have
go ahead.
no power or ability
Yeah.
to put you anyplace,
Indeed. It is our caseworker's responsibility. Sadly, of course, they seem to not know what a phone is, as they have not received.
That's why he was so angry.
Returned any of our
As
phone
of
calls.
last Friday, we had a place, and it's Thursday.
Yeah, we're trying to get out, and we're trying to solve the situation as peacefully as possible.
And he knew we didn't have any money, and if we go there tonight, we're in danger. And he agreed. We got to get out. And there's no way we could come back here without somebody from the state police so that these guys would back off. He said, if my state troopers are there with you, the Carthage police will leave you alone.
The state police doesn't work for the sheriff, we work for the governor.
True.
Well, we called even the mayor and the attorney general tonight and today, and we just want to go in, take the stuff that's still alive, and get to a safe place. He knew we didn't have any money, and we told him that what predicament we were in. So whoever he called, I don't know if you guys record the messages or not, or can play that back, but he called someone specific, asked for a personal favor. He had an emergency situation. That was us.
Yes, and I believe, I understand that this is
Crazy.
Crazy, but it's not something that you would usually do or something that you would normally do. And I think that's why the sheriff said that this was a unique situation and or he needed to do this as a favor. Because it's not necessarily something that you would normally do. Am I right?
But he had an emergency.
We don't do
Yeah.
escorts and stuff. The state police doesn't do that. Sheriffs do that.
I understand
But
that.
they have to go through court proceedings if there's property to be removed through.
And I understand that, and that's probably why he said,
meet here on the edge.
yeah.
My guy's going to show up. He's going to take you home. You're
You
going
keep
to
saying
grab
my
your
guy,
stuff.
but it's actually,
I guess state.
Yeah,
Anybody from the state. He called somebody.
I mean,
and if you want, we can try and contact Sheriff.
Capelli.
Thank you.
But he's gone for the day. I mean, he called somebody.
you talked with the other trooper that I spoke with out of my station.
Yeah, and I'm
The one that
afraid
called
I
you.
was on speakerphone, which means I'm in more danger than ever. because I'm afraid that they've all heard. I listed all their names. They've gone to great lengths not to tell me their names, ever identify themselves, ever.
Who, the other trooper?
No, the Carthage Police Department won't identify themselves. I had to search and ask throughout the community, and I just listed off their names to somebody. Capone, Mueller, Huber, Higman, and here he comes up to the car. He listened in on the conversation, knew where I was at, and just showed up here.
That was because when we call out things over the radio,
and he knew where to find me.
Right.
I am, so I'm safe.
I was wanting to sneak in here.
I had already talked to Carthage Police because he had that paperwork for you.
You bet he did.
Yeah.
I understand that. Yep.
I mean, I have to.
I can't get a moment of relief. Otherwise, I would have moved out. And he stood there on the porch last night and said to my landlord, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go in and I'll tell the judge that you need a court order and we'll shut off her water and we'll be out here first thing in the morning.
Well, I don't think they can do that unless you have paid rent.
That's
or
what's
whatever,
so scary.
But the thing is, that stuff, that's all civil. Like, you have to go to court and plead your case. It's not a criminal as much as you think it is. It's not a criminal.
If I don't have a lease, it's my private property. I didn't give anyone permission to come into my private property
It was
today.
your private property, but he owns the house.
But
he is breaking terms of a lease agreement.
I don't have a lease
However,
agreement.
Not,
I don't have a lease agreement.
But there is an agreement there somewhere.
See, there's the legal thing nobody gets. I don't.
It is very complicated. Even it goes over my head.
It's not a criminal matter.
It's criminal trespassing. Even the state police that I called before said, you have and I've read it to them so many times, I have a right to my, I can't think of it, I'm too frustrated, but I have a right to prevent people entering without my permission. They can only enter if it's an emergency, like a fire or flood, or with my permission, and that's it. I don't even have to give them keys. And they did it again this morning, and he was there. It's criminal trespassing.
The crime that he's committing? For criminal trespass, you have to enter a building.
Yeah, that's my building.
Then they commit a crime.
And they did.
What was the crime?
They went in and they took personal property and they threw it onto my patio, breaking it and leaving it, and then tried to serve me this.
But how can you prove that somebody was in there? Do you have pictures, evidence?
Yes.
Yeah. As like.
Yes.
It's actually.
That's the real sticker. They don't seem to understand.
The thing is that when we take a picture, it actually says the date that we took the picture, so we can say this stuff was in the basement, and then the next day we took a picture and it's up on the patio. Now, saying, you know, how can you tell that you didn't just move it and you're trying to blame someone? I can see that defense. But we would say as a counter argument as we locked the basement door, but there is several other entrances that anyone could go in or out of to get said stuff and place it and blame us.
But because I don't have a lease with the landlord, I never leased from the landlord. No, I leased from the guy who has a lease with the landlord.
Well, you're still bound to that lease.
Legally, I'm not. I don't have any agreement.
We actually are.
It's criminal trespassing, sir. I don't know how. I know it sounds crazy and no one believes me, but the sheriff today did clearly understand, and so have other people in the state police, that it's criminal trespassing. You have to have a court order or there has to be an emergency or my permission. They don't have my permission and they've been in so many times.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm telling you, from what you're telling me, there isn't a criminal aspect to this. It is civil. You're going to have to go to court and sue your landlord for whatever damages they're done. That's how this
if
stuff
someone
works.
went into your private property into this unit,
and I own it, that's completely different. But you don't own the property.
But I don't have a lease.
Too. You have an agreement to stay on his property.
I
Yes,
don't.
there
I
are
have
certain
nothing.
rules that he has to abide by. If he breaks those, then it becomes a civil case. It's not criminal.
Oh, sir.
I know. I understand you're frustrated, but
no, I'm terrified. I wouldn't have driven all the way there if I wasn't terrified. I can't be trapped in my house, and I can't be there when they keep entering. And they've killed one of my pets already.
Then the only thing you can do
That's
is
criminal.
take him to court or move.
That's criminal.
How can you say that he did it.
We have evidence.
Are you gonna show me the evidence?
Like I told you, like, so, I need charge and time to actually do that. But at this point, I'm thinking we might just go to channel 5, 7, whatever it was, and proceed there.
You're pretty much telling me that you're not going to help me, huh? I'm in big trouble.
It's not that I don't want to help you. It's that I'm by the law. There's nothing.
You don't know what you can or can't, or you think.
I know what I can and can't.
Yeah, but like.
There's nothing I
but
can.
the information that we were given is very different from the information that you're given. That's my point. Not that you don't know what you can or can't.
I mean, I really don't think there's a threat to you going back home. That Michael Higman's going to come in and...
Oh, not necessarily him, but there's several people. There's no way to lock that property. There's no way to secure that property. People have been coming and going for 3 months. And I've been sending text messages to the owner begging him to make it safe and secure. We found somebody actually living downstairs in the basement.
And that's all civil, eh?
Issues with the property that it doesn't meet certain requirements, that's all civil.
And we called the codes guy, but nothing's being done. No report's been filed, no follow-up's been made.
Well, you're going to have to be the one and you have to go to court.
I
filed criminal charges. I filed criminal complaints for trespassing.
Okay. So, I mean, we're going round and round in a circle here.
Right, yeah, exactly. Because no matter what we say, we can't proceed forward with this. And you could still escort us. We're literally like 5 minutes away from our property.
But nothing's to stop them from coming back tonight. And if they come back tonight, something happens to us, what happens?
If somebody is trying to break in or something?
Someone is going to come back tonight.
Then you have to call 911.
And then these guys show up.
Yeah, we can't...
They don't protect us.
We can't go arrest somebody in the premise that they might be going to come tonight and do something.
No arrests have ever been made.
Huh?
No arrests have ever been made. Okay, so what we were told by Sheriff Capinelli is now not going to happen. And our choices are go home and pray.
If he made arrangements with your caseworker, you gotta get in touch with your caseworker and talk with them.
He didn't. He made arrangements with somebody he called on the phone.
That was the trooper that I spoke with.
And what did he say?
Same thing that I've been telling you.
You mean the trooper didn't hear him say anything about taking us to a safe place in Watertown tonight?
No. I mean, the state police doesn't do that.
Is there a way we could listen to that call?
What's that?
Or is there a way you could listen to that call that the sheriff made so you know what happened?
So, no.
I really want you to believe us. We didn't make this up. He really did promise
this. But like
us.
I said, there's only certain things I can do.
Now we're in more trouble than anything. Now we're in real serious trouble.
Right.
And really, honestly...
I mean, if that's the case, you have to find someplace else to live.
And we're trying. We're actually looking.
If we had the money, we would have. And our place has been ready since last Friday. It's Thursday. And we don't know why we can't go there. And the sheriff said, let's find out, because this is an emergency. You need to get out of there. And you will be safe if you meet them here at the McDonald's on the edge. And they follow you home, and you get your stuff, and then they meet you at the edge again. Their jurisdiction will stop, and you'll be free to come back. You can go to Watertown, you can come here, and we'll do this tomorrow.
Well... So the other thing, I mean, do you have a valid license? I'm not. If it is or isn't, I'm not worrying about that right now. I don't care. But if you're driving and you go inside their jurisdiction,
okay, that's another thing that's scaring me. I've been back and forth from New York to Arizona for 8 years.
Yeah.
So the only way I can get a valid New York driver's license is if I have my birth certificate. And I have moved so many times.
Well, you have to have a valid license.
I have an Arizona valid license, and I haven't been a
Is your privilege revoked in New York?
No.
You should be fine to drive.
Well,
You have a valid license.
Well, yeah, but unless it's an Arizona driver's license.
Yeah, it's not New York.
If it's Arizona, it's valid.
So why would you think I wouldn't have a valid license? Yeah, I have a valid license.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
it's just.
Then fine, yeah.
But why would you think that? Why would you randomly ask that? Did he tell you I didn't? Oh no.
Might have.
You want to check and make sure?
I can.
I mean, because I would.
How old are you?
He's 18.
I'm 18, but I still haven't passed my driver's ed, so.
But
can I take your information?
I'm afraid. Can I trust you? Please?
I hope so, please.
I know, and this has really never happened to me.
Only so much this. I need your information so I can put it in a report in our system.
He just doesn't know what he's
Okay. As far as I know, we just switched from State Farm to Geico Insurance. They just did a whole thing on us. I think they would have told us. Okay, yeah, I think they would have told us if it wasn't valid.
I just need your address. I don't even need to see your license.
Oh, it's
okay.
What do you want? My name is Jennifer Watson.
Do you have a middle initial?
L.
L. What's your address?
514 South James Street in Carthage.
Okay. Your date of birth?
August 23rd, 1966. Oh, God, please tell me that there's...
And your phone number?
I can say it. It's 315-975-7903. Now, that may change simply because...
790 what?
3.
That phone is not paid.
It's okay. It's not working right now.
Do you mind if I take your information too?
Are you going to run it over? Are they coming back for us? They are, aren't they?
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your...
My name is...
They're waiting for us.
My name is Thaddeus. Thadious. Last name's the same. My middle initial is A.
And what's your date of birth?
March 30th, 2000.
As soon as you leave, we're in trouble.
I mean...
And our pets are there all alone.
The police aren't going to go to your house and start killing your pets. Like, we're not in that business.
I can't.
I don't know.
You know, you hear stuff. You probably think it's silly. But there are bad police out there. And I think I might have found a couple that are really bad.
Enough, I can pretty confidently say that the police here in Carthage aren't killing people's animals.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's not even go there. But he did just arrest me on Monday because I was using something that supposedly was not mine to use.
If he has a legitimate reason, part of an investigation or something, and like you said, he did arrest you.
And he ran my license, so what could have happened in between now and then?
I don't know. If you have a valid license, you have a valid license.
Yeah.
I did. I can't believe he said that. Why would he put thoughts like that in your head?
So, I mean, like I said, there's really nothing I can do with your landlord.
Can you make sure I get out of here okay?
Yeah, like I was saying, our residence is 5 minutes away. Can you at least, drive behind us while we go to our residence?
And get our stuff and leave?
It's on our way to...
We'll sleep in our car tonight if we have to.
South James Street?
Yeah, it's right over here.
Okay.
And just get us out of the area so they don't come after us.
Yeah, I'll follow behind you.
Good.
Bless your heart.
I'm not gonna, sit at your residence.
I agree.
Like that. I got other stuff I gotta do today,
but will you make sure we can just grab our pets and leave?
Yeah.
I don't.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Just
I'll
drive us
behind
there
you
then.
as far as I can. So
Okay
if I
then.
get a call or something, then
See, then we should just drive out and leave our pets for the night. And hope that they're alive in the morning.
I can make food and stuff and leave it out for them in the night.
I mean, I'm sorry I can't do more. I know it's frustrating, but like I said, there's things that I'm bound by law that there's only so much I can do. If it's not a criminal matter, then I can't do anything about it.
If you drive us there and you leave us there, then we can't get out. Can they enter our home tonight for any reason? If we at least get there...
Do you know if they actually have a warrant for her? Because...
There's no warrants or anything.
If we get there and we stay there safely, can we even get your name in case they come for us?
Yeah, Trooper Fusco, FUSCF.
Can I write that down?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were using a pen earlier. Do you mind if I
No,
borrow
I got one.
Oh, you have one? Okay.
Okay, and in case they come for us.
I
And I know
back to
when
this.
they come for you, I know we sound paranoid, but seriously, if you get us safely there and we lock ourselves inside, if for any reason...
how do you spell your last name, sir?
FUSCO, Fusco.
I'll call the sheriff in the morning and say, we got here, but we didn't get out.
Okay.
And if you don't think that they could really come in and get us tonight, then we'll stay. Okay.
All right.
Will you at least take us there?
I'll drive behind you, but if if there's other calls that come out, I can't say I can get you all the way there, but
We're super close.
Yeah,
Right.
literally 5 minutes away. You're fine.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrified.